Hello mga kamamshis! Welcome back to my channel. I am Mrs. Fring and I do mommy baby vlogs, teaching vlogs, and home organization vlogs. For today's video is I'm going to share to you my breastfeeding journey as I turn 2 years postpartum. I'm going to share you my experiences and at the same time the tips I learned from a seminar I attended before I gave birth. And actually I placed those tips in my blog. So I wrote this blog last August 2019 and I'm actually 6 months postpartum during that time. And I wrote the tips there and I just wanted to share to you guys, most especially to those expectant mom or to those who have newborn right now or to those who are still breastfeeding like me. I hope this video and the tips I will share to you would be great help to you. So I hope you enjoy this video, so let's get it on. Breast milk is actually tagged as liquid gold. Why it's liquid gold? Because it is so precious. Just because apart from it saves you financially and economically, because of course we could not deny that formula milk is so much pricey, but our breast milk is very free. And at the same time it benefits the health of our child. Like it contains lots of antibodies and vitamins necessary for our child's health and development. That's why I did not cease and stop doing breastfeeding, though there are already stigma in the community saying na, uy, dako naman na, mag-milk naman na, dapat mag-stop na, like that. I don't care because I know how it benefits my child. Let's proceed to the tips. Number 1 tip is know and believe that you are a natural milk factory. So we have our mammary glands with us and we women are built to produce milk. So that's really actually the number 1 connotation. There are hormones for us to produce milk. So I think it would be great for us to put faith in ourselves that we can really produce milk. Why I'm saying this? Because there are some people making some women be discouraged on breastfeeding. Like when a child cries, the people will say, ay, kulang ang gatas. Like, ay, dapat mag-ano na gid ka na formula kay kulang kay mong gatas, nag-ispasi gamay lang, like that. So the tendency is instead of bringing up the confidence and the self-esteem of a mom, most of the time these people are discouraging the mom to do breastfeeding. Their second tip is to prepare and begin early. Why we need to prepare and begin early? So the moment you know that you are already pregnant, you need to eat healthy. You need to eat right. It doesn't mean that when you are pregnant is you need to eat ×2 because you are 2 already, but actually according to my OB, it's not that way because it promotes weight gain. Right thing is you need to eat right. Eat the better version, eat healthy foods. So in my case, what I did is that almost every afternoon I go to Acacia. It's actually a place in Davao City wherein there are a lot of fruits there. I mix the bayabas, manga, singkamas, all like that. It's like a fruit salad and then I eat that one. Okay, of course, it's for your own safety. If you do not want it, go, but it's just okay for me. And then I drink my multivitamins. The multivitamins for prenatal care from Healthy Options. Like they have vegetable ingredients there, so I think it also helped. And nuts, like that. So you need to eat right and eat healthy so that your body would be prepared also in your milk production. The third tip is to know the importance of unang yakap. Now, the unang yakap is actually the first skin-to-skin attachment of you and your baby. So actually, this was one of the protocols in newborn. If there are no other complications, like you are in normal delivery and your child is okay, and maybe the caretaker forgot the unang yakap, then please cherish that moment, that first-to-first skin contact. Why? Because according to Latch Davao, studies show that it helped in the milk production of your breasts. So apart from that bonding, it's also one way to stimulate your body to produce milk. Of course, if there are complications, please do understand, mom, that your safety and the safety of the baby is the utmost priority. So it's okay if there's no unang yakap. The fourth tip is to expect cute milk production on the first days. Now, this is very important because as a mom, you really need to know this, because if you do not know this and a person say, kulang mong milk, gamay lang kaayo, like gamay lang siya ounces, like that, dili siya 3 ounces, dili siya 4 ounces sa imong pagpump. Now, it would make a problem to you and you will be discouraged that, oh, I am not a producer of milk, gamay lang din akong gatas like that. And it would discourage breastfeeding actually. So, just expect that you really have cute milk production at the first days because our body follows law of supply and demand. When you say law of supply and demand is that whatever the demand of the child will be equated to the supply of your body. The Latch Davao informed us that the newborn stomach is just so small. Okay? So it's just like a calamansi, tiny calamansi size stomach. Therefore, it could not accommodate 3 ounces of milk, 4 ounces of milk, and it will just accommodate a tiny, cute milk or milk supply. That's why it's just understandable that your milk is not 3 ounces, 4 ounces at the first days. So just remember that one. And it will just grow, the stomach will grow bigger and the demand will get bigger, and so it will send a signal to your body through unilatching that he or she needs more, and so your breast milk will grow more as well. So that's the law of supply and demand. So again, just expect cute production in the first days. The fifth tip is unilatch is very important. Now, unilatch is your child. If your child wanted to breastfeed, you need to let him or her latch, even though it's an hourly basis or 4 hours like that. So if your child wants, then you use your powerful tool, the breast, to feed your child. So it relieves everything such as the breast engorgement or even the mastitis like that, because your child has a natural suckling reflex. So it's natural, like it does not mimic any breast pump. It's just close to, but your child has the best natural suckling reflex that he or she could really get enough milk for him or her. And again, the unilatch will give more signal to the body that, okay, you need to produce more because the child is hungry. So do not stop the breastfeeding on baby's demand. So if your baby demand for it, then you just let your baby latch. Sixth is to invest on good pumps. 3rd month, I already went back to work and I need to have breast pumps. Now, I had it's not dual, like it's just singular solo breast pump. It's great. It's actually given by my friend Ninang of Era. Okay. If you are actually a mom and if you are already having a newborn, and then if your child is latching here, there's really a tendency, right, that there will be some letdown on the other side. Okay? And in my case, like, sayangan ko sa letdown because sayangan ko sa letdown, and I was able to ask a mom, si Ma'am Hazel, hi ma'am, na nice day mag-invest atong Haka pump. So the Haka pump is a letdown, so you just need to let that Haka suck. No need for electricity, no need for any wirings, just let it suck there and it will absorb the letdown. And that letdown, I can already store that one as a stash for Era. I can store around 3 ounces just because of the letdown. 7th tip is have a breast pumping session and a place. Now, if you are working, of course, if you wanted to continue the breastfeeding, now you need to have a pumping station wherein you can pump. Now in my case, because we have a breast pumping station and it's in the clinic. Now since it's not so convenient to me to go to the clinic every now and then, what I did is I make use of a skirt turned into a cover, like a breastfeeding cover, and I pump there at the back of my workstation. You need to know if it's comfortable on the part of your workmates. But you had some scheduling, and be sure to become consistent in your scheduling. So in my case, I pumped 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. Up to the breast milk pumping, hindi kayo nag-iisa. Breast milk pumping is really challenging. Because it's challenging, sometimes working moms will say, I will stop. Kaya really challenging siya sa schedule, challenging siya sa time. But do know that you are rewarding yourself because it saves economically, and at the same time you are rewarding your child. So just have that one as your inspiration. Your child is your inspiration in doing that one. So long as you can do it, then adya lang. Go, go, go. This breast milk pumping also helped a lot of babies. Like on my the last donation I had, I was able to give around 16 bags of breast milk to the SPMC. So as in, grabe kayo to ka-rewarding for me, and also I was able to help premature baby nakabatch ni Era. My 8th tip is all about storage. Now the storage could be the little bottles, or it could be storage milk plastic, but in my case, after pumping, I prefer the storage bottles because it's more environment friendly, and I just use that storage plastic for those which I'll be donating, so, and building the stash. So in your milk, it can last in a normal room temperature for 4 hours. In the lower fridge, you can store that one around 3 to 6 days. If after 3 to 4 days it was not consumed, you can move that one up in the freezer for 3 months, or for the chest freezer for 6 months. The 9th tip is supplement and rest will help. Now the supplement and rest help, and this one is, personally, I feel that it's really very helpful. Like there was one time that I was so busy preparing for my child's baptism, the stress was contributory factor to my low milk supply. For the supplements, actually, there are already emerging supplements, right? Like malunggay capsule, malunggay drink, like that, and other cookies. And personally, I would like to share to you the cookies of the Lacto Mom. Now it's already Lacto Vegan Mom, and Mom Trisha bakes a lot of delicious cookies. Actually, it's not just for me, but also you can have that one as snacks for your child or for the whole family. These cookies really helped my milk production, most especially on the stress days. The 10th tip is water is life. So water is very important when you are lactating, so be sure to hydrate yourself every now and then. May also sip some soup, most especially with malunggay, because of the nutrition and also the said power of boosting milk supply. So be sure to hydrate yourself. Breastfeeding this long, around 2 years, is really a blessing for me and a blessing for my child, and I'm very happy to breastfeed her because it's also one way to have a bonding time with my child. This will not last long, and I know that my child is protected because there are already studies saying that breast milk is a great protection for your child in this pandemic, though it demands time, effort, and sacrifice. But you know, we deserve a pat on our backs to those who are still breastfeeding. And if you are an expectant mom or a mom who is breastfeeding right now and wanted to continue, just continue, because again, it will help and benefit us, not just financially, but also to the well-being of your child. So thank you so much mga mamshis for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. So bye!